Hello everyone and welcome to Engadget's CES live stage. Right now we'll be going through some of our biggest headlines, our favorite stories and biggest news that's happened so far. This is called CES Daily and I'm Carrie Davis, a producer and host here at Engadget. Joining me is James True, the Deputy Managing Editor. Thank you so much for joining me to talk through these things. It'll be about a half an hour long of the biggest news so far from CES. First up, we wanted to tell you about the LG TV, and as you just saw in the video that played, it's its new OLED sort of capstone TV, and the thing was only 2.5 millimeters thin, which is about the equivalent of 3/4 stacked up together. So as you saw, it kind of plastered on the wall. They're calling it their first wallpaper TV.
But they've already done fold-up, roll-up LCD displays.
Right, those just, yeah, right, the future.
Which are literally way less thinner. But I'm guessing this product is going to be something that we might actually be able to buy soon.
We don't know. The rumor is maybe March you can buy the first wallpaper TV, and they haven't set a price. I'm gonna guess more money than I would ever spend or be able to spend, but
right.
It is really cool. And have you put up wallpaper? Like, it's actually, they make it sound, I think, more complicated than it is because it attaches with magnets. Moving along to something else we probably need, the Faraday.
So it's an SUV type thing. It's kind of funky looking. It's very futuristic, which is, I guess is what you'd hope for these sort of things. But they're claiming it's also the most connected car. So it's not just like a car that's got Wi-Fi, which that's pretty common these days. Yeah, right.
Everybody's got Wi-Fi.
So it's going to have like 4 or 5 modem SIMs in it. So if you're on, wherever you're driving, it'll just switch to the best signal.
How much money?
Well, so they haven't put a price on it yet, but which is a big shock.
Don't you just love CES for that?
I know. But I think they have said if you're willing to put $5,000 down, which we can all afford right now, right?
Yeah.
You can pre-order or put your name down for one, but you're gonna have to wait till 2018.
Let's talk about the Toyota concept car. We also saw it on the monitors a minute ago. It's that kind of Lamborghini door, sexy car.
That kind of looks like if you miniaturized it, it would be some sort of like hair shaving product. But the big deal with this one is that you got a lot of autonomous cars, which obviously you just sit in and they do all the driving, right? But Toyota's sort of saying that people like to drive. So why not have an autonomous car that can be on an autonomous car, but on the weekends you can actually drive this thing. So they're saying, I guess their idea is Monday to Friday it will take you to work, but on the weekends you can pull out the steering wheel, put your pedal down,
Go cruising. Let's talk about the product that we saw from Acer. They do some interesting things very often. I'm surprised by Acer products, and this is another example. It's eye tracking. It's this curved gaming display that you can play games also with your eyes. So where your eye looks, it sort of tracks it in eyes.
So, I saw Sherlin's video briefly, but so when you say you play games with your eyes, so do you look where you want the
It's assistive. This could be modded in a way that can help people with disabilities, and that's interesting.
Absolutely. So
yeah.
Did they give any more details about it, though?
Yeah, so it's going to be $900. It's curved, ultra wide. The resolution is not as high as some people would like for the price, though. It's
never is, though.
Yeah, I know. But the nice thing is that it has a super fast refresh rate. Okay, next up, we want to talk about Blackberry. As we know, TCL bought the global rights to Blackberry, so they were sort of dead, not making any more phones. Then this company came along and bought the global rights to make phones in the Blackberry name.
I think that's kind of a smart move. It's because TCL people aren't so familiar with, but Blackberry everyone knows, right? So it's kind of a brand that's got gravitas of some sort.
Agreed, but I think the concern was that they were sort of just going to make regular phones and slap the name on. However, what we've seen, this phone looks like a Blackberry. It has a QWERTY keyboard, for God's sakes.
We don't know a lot about it. They haven't revealed specs.
Even, I think it's still the codename Mercury, the Blackberry Mercury.
They always choose better code names than actual product names.
Yeah, it'll be like XP 9045.
Right, S.
S. Don't forget the S. So, all right. So what we know is that it's QWERTY. Then, interestingly, the QWERTY sort of surface doubles as a keypad if you like gently scroll over the keys.
What?
Yes.
I mean, I hope that sounds great, but it also sounds like it's not going to work very well.
All right, let's talk about the 00 because let's be real, we're all about sadly selfies, and James got to take the drone for a spin.
Right, so it's got like a cage around the wings and it folds down, so it kind of looks like a video cassette. Something like this.
It's basically a dog in the sky because it can track you. It could be a huge crowd like a CES crowd, and you put your drone up, and it's like, oh, I know you. I'm going to get all the pictures of you because you're my master.
This is what it was doing. So we've already reviewed it. So it was doing the visual recognition, but they've kind of upped it a little bit. So you kind of move your face around like this.
Follows you.
Right.
It loves you. How much is it?
I mean, what it does is you kind of register your face with it,
right.
and then you can put the phone away, and you never need to do that again.
That's great.
And you just throw it up, and it'll turn around and hunt you in the crowd.
How much?
It's fairly expensive for what it is. It's $499.
So let's talk real quickly about self-driving cars. So I got to take a spin in the Delphi Autonomous Car, and it was amazing. And yet, in a way, which was surprising to me, is that this self-driving car took me out onto the highway. We did a whole thing.
Were you alone?
Robbie and a photographer, Roberto Baldwin.
But there was no company PR.
Oh yes, they have to have a driver sit behind the wheel and not.
Right.
The law. Nobody can do it. But the thing that I loved about it is it was a little herky-jerky. You could sort of feel that. But it almost got boring. I had to check myself, like, no, this was amazing. Get excited.
Right.
So I think that's it for everything great we've seen. We've seen a lot more other silly things, and you can see all that on our Engadget.com page. We've got a CES tab. Please feel free to follow that and find out all the other. We've been up all night.
Right, but we'll be back tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow morning to take you through some of the other big things we've seen.
Looking forward to it.
All right, thanks so much. See you soon.